Brothers, it's an unfortunate reality, but it appears that Asmongold and I are the only people in the world that are right about flag burning in public. No, you do not have a right to burn a flag in public. Not only is it arson, but on top of that, you mean to tell me that you can't burn the pride flag, you can't burn all these other flags, but you think you should be able to burn the American flag in public? No. And if you listen to the executive order, it's very clear that it's going to be used as a way to say that this is an incitement to riot. The executive order is not talking about your right to go in your backyard and record yourself burning the American flag. It's talking about in a public setting, in order to spark a riot, you burning the American flag. If you do that, you're going to get a year minimum in jail. I support this 100%. The fact that conservatives are so retarded on this issue is incredibly depressing, and I have to turn to a leftist like Asmongold, a Bernie Sanders supporter, somebody that believes in UBI, somebody that believes in abortion, somebody who's an atheist. I have to turn to somebody like Asmon to be the voice of reason yet again, because conservatives are too entitled. Oh, what do you mean I can't burn a flag in public? What if I want to burn the American flag in public? Well, then you're going to go to jail, and you should go to jail. What are you doing? What are you doing burning property in public? In a public space? What, are you going to go in the middle of a highway and start burning a flag? Get the fuck out of here. That is absolutely insane. If you burn a flag in public, not only should you be charged with incitement to riot, but you should be charged with arson.
This is the big issue today. I want to get around to this. Trump is now making it against the law to burn the flag.
Based. Good. And here's where I run into issue with people who were, quote unquote, fellow conservatives. You acknowledge that the left is a problem. In fact, there are people that acknowledge that the left is really a domestic terrorist organization masquerading as a political party. You have seen the things that they've done to conservatives over the years. You've seen it, you acknowledge it, you complain about it, and then when somebody tries to do something about it, you balk. You go, I don't like that. Okay. Shut the fuck up. You're weak, you're pathetic, and you are not going to be the ones that are going to help bring in a better world. You're not going to be the ones that help to save this country. You're just not. You don't have the stomach for it. Because if you think that we're going to be able to reform the system by using the status quo, you're crazy. It's going to take an incredible amount of political will and resolve to get it done, and you're balking at putting people in jail over burning the American flag in public? Yeah, you're not equipped for this fight. And it's why conservatives always lose, because they don't have the stomach for victory. You're complaining about not being able to burn the American flag in public. Get the fuck out of here, you pathetic freak.
Now, I'm going to listen to what was actually said here, and then we're going to talk about it.
Lastly, sir, this is an executive order on flag burning. It charges your attorney general.
Would you listen to this? This is very important. Flag burning. All over the country, they're burning flags. All over the world, they burn the American flag. And as you know, through a very sad court, I guess it was a 5-4 decision.
Yeah.
They called it freedom of speech. But there's another reason, which is perhaps much more important. It's called death. Because what happens when you burn a flag is the area goes crazy. If you have hundreds of people, they go crazy. You could do other things. You can burn this piece of paper. But when you burn the American flag, it incites riots. at levels that we've never seen before. People go crazy. In a way, both ways. There are some that are going crazy for doing it. There are others.
This is, I think, one of his top 10 most orange days, by the way. Like this, I mean, this really, I mean, he really got it on thick today.
Angry,
Top 5? It's a lot.
angry about them doing it. Do you want to discuss that?
Sure. So what the executive order does, sir, it charges your Department of Justice with investigating instances of flag burning.
Yeah.
And then where there's evidence of criminal activity, where prosecution wouldn't fall afoul of the First Amendment, and instructs the Department of Justice to prosecute those who are engaged in these instances of flag burning.
Damn.
And what the penalty is going to be, if you burn a flag, you get 1 year in jail, no early exits, no nothing. You get 1 year in jail. If you burn a flag, you get,
Holy.
what it does is incite to riot. I hope they use that language, by the way. Did they?
Yeah, incitement is.
Incite to riot. And you burn a flag, you get 1 year in jail. You don't get 10 years, you don't get 1 month. You get 1 year in jail, and it goes on your record.
Pretty simple.
And you will see flag burning stopping immediately, just like when I signed the Statute and Monument Act. 10 years in jail if you hurt any of our beautiful monuments. Everybody left town.
It's crazy what happens whenever that happens. This is the way I see it, okay? I think that if you burn your own flag on your own property, there's nothing wrong with it.
Well, I think that there's something wrong with it, but I think that that is perfectly fine. If you go in your backyard and you upload a video of you burning the flag, and it's either you or you know, a couple of your friends, you're having a couple beers, you're, but man, we're against this, and you know, you burn your flag. Okay, I think it's pathetic. I think it's cringe, but it's fine. If you are out in public and you are out there protesting, and you are like down with America, and you burn the American flag, you should go to jail. I have a free speech right to burn. You have a free speech right to burn something? You fucking retard? No, you don't. You don't have the right to commit arson in the name of my free speech. What are we talking about? Like, what is this conversation? Conservatives, I got to tell you, I used to be incredibly liberal many years ago. And because, you know, I always had like a conservative undertone, but compared to what I am now, I was very liberal. Not as liberal as the people I was around. I used to live in California. Perhaps it was the perception of liberalism, because it's the front that I had to put on in front of other people, which is why I can come before you and tell you how these people are when they feel that they're in a safe space around other people. And it's shocking the way that these people on the left actually are. They're more racist than you can possibly imagine, and sexist, and their ideas about the world are just absolutely asinine and broken. But when I'm coming before you and I'm talking about a situation like this, and we're dealing with these people on the left who have done these things, who have used lawfare, who have gone after their political opponents, who have done all of these egregious things, I'm sitting here and I'm articulating that I support this, and there will be conservatives who are like, no, but we can't do this. You're really balking at this? You're really going to come out there and defend the enemy? The people that would gladly throw you in jail and you know, throw you in jail, lock you up, and throw away the key? You're going to defend those people? Or are you saying, well, what if I decide I want to go out and burn the American flag in public and incite a riot? Like, what are we even really talking about here? This is such a retarded conversation that it blows my mind. And this is why conservatives are not geared for victory, because they steal defeat from the jaws of victory. They can take a win like this and go, man, I really don't support this. You should support this. Because Okay, well then toppling a statue is freedom of speech. Toppling a statue is freedom of speech, right? Right? I mean, well, you're destroying property in public. Oh, it's somebody else's property, right? So if you burn an American flag in the middle of the street and it happened to belong to somebody else, then is that where you draw the line? Like, conservatives have got to stop being this retarded. I'm embarrassed by you. And slowly but surely, I'm realizing that I'm not one of you. I'm definitely not a liberal. I'm definitely not a fucking liberal. Back in the day, used to pretend to be, or at least on the surface of it, I was. But I'm so sick of this shit. What the fuck do you mean that this is an L? We are at war with a domestic terrorist group masquerading as a political party that is trying to destroy this country, and you are balking at putting people in jail for a year because they burned the flag in order to incite a riot against this country. Get the fuck out.
I think that if you go out in public and you burn a flag, I mean, again, like there were a bunch of hate speech and hate crime laws that got added in. And so, like, really, like, what's the difference between that and this?
And you burn a flag, you get 1 year in jail.
Yeah.
You don't get 10 years, you don't get 1 month. You get 1 year in jail, and it goes on your record. And you will see flag burning stopping immediately, just like when I signed the Statute and Monument Act. 10 years in jail if you hurt any of our beautiful monuments. Everybody left town. They were gone. Never had a problem after that. It's pretty amazing. We stopped it. But this is something that's, I don't know, in a certain way, it's equally as important. Some people would say it's more important because the people in this country don't want to see our American flag burned and spit on.
Yeah, I mean, what I think about this is, like, generally, if you're going and you're setting shit on fire in a public place, that's already against the law to begin with, right? So, I mean, if you're going to make it a bigger crime to, like, burn the American flag, I don't really care that much about this. Like, it's not that big of a deal. But, like, whatever is going to get people to stop doing this, it's bad. It's bad enough. Yeah, exactly. L's hate speech is still free speech. Well, the thing is, like, they should have thought that. Like, they have hate crime laws, don't they? Like, this is effectively the same thing as a hate crime law. It's arson, yes? Yeah, I mean, it's really just arson. It's First Amendment violation. You don't have a First Amendment right to light a fire in a public space. Like, you don't. Like, that's not part of the First Amendment. It's not the right to start fires in a public space. Like, that's it. And that's what I'm not even talking about, right? And so, yeah, it's that simple. It's sedition. I mean, it's not even about that to me. It's about the fact that they're doing it. Like, in my opinion, if you burn your own American flag on your own property, I don't see a single problem with that. I'm going to be honest. I'm going to be totally real. I don't see a single issue, a single problem with it. But what I do have a problem with, what I do have an issue with, is people that do it in a public space. And if you want to make it a bigger crime for doing it to an American flag, I mean, I don't really care that much about this. Like, it's not really a big deal. Because, like, again, these are the same people that are trying to, like, make something a hate crime if you're doing it. It's effectively another version of a hate crime, right? Like, it is you already, like, you don't go to jail for a hate crime. Like, you don't go to jail for hating somebody. Same as you don't go to jail for burning a flag. But if you beat the fuck out of somebody and you're also doing it for a racial reason, you go to jail longer, right? It's a multiplier. And I think this is the same thing. Yeah, LGBT flag burning is hate speech. Arrested for burnouts and rainbow sideworks. Anyone remember those? Yeah, exactly. Nobody should be destroying the shit. Nobody should be doing this, period, right?
And
He's playing the game by their rules? Yeah, they made these rules. That's too bad.
people that are, in many cases, paid agitators. They're paid.
It's an act, not free speech? Yeah, obviously. It's so true. Of course. This is a conservative equivalence to Karen politics, crying because someone burned a flag. I understand that you think that, like, oh, well, if I use the words that they use against them, then they're gonna have to stop doing what they're doing that I disagree with. That doesn't work on a person like me, okay? Like, I'm not sure whether it would work on somebody else. I have no idea, but that's not the way that my brain works. No, if you do something, if you do something, expect for it to happen back to you. Expect it. That's it. But what about the other guy? Yeah, exactly. What, burning Quran? I feel the same way about it. Don't go burn the Bible. Don't go burn the Quran. Don't go burning anything like this in a public space. Like, again, it's effectively a hate crime. It's that simple. Like, and it has nothing to do with what you're burning, really, in public. No, the Quran shouldn't be burnt. No book should ever be burnt. I mean, I'm just saying in general.
By the radical left to do it. You talk to these people, they don't even know, half of them don't even know what they're doing. They say, I don't know, they gave me money to do this.
That is true. I've seen those.
I see the same things that you do. They're bad people. They're trying
Freedom of expression? You don't have the expression is not lighting a fire in a public space. Like, why would any? Why are so many people so dishonest? Why? What is this? Why are people so dishonest? Like, it's so just blatantly, obviously dishonest. Like, what are you doing?
Destroy a nation. That's not working, because I think our nation now is the most respected nation anywhere in the world by far. You saw that with the European leaders.
They're arguing for attention.
On Friday.
Yeah.
You saw that with NATO, where they agreed to go from 2% no pay to 5% fully paid up.
Yeah.
Trillions of dollars paid, where they respect your president to a level that they jokingly call me the president of Europe. They call me the president of Europe, which is an honor. I like Europe, and I like those people.
Not trying to argue, but flag burning was settled in 1990 Supreme Court case. Can you? I'm gonna do this right now. Can you accurately summarize my position on this issue? I want you to summarize my position on the issue. You don't think people should be burning flags in public spaces? Do you think people should be burning? Do you think that I think people should be burning anything in public spaces? Like, let's say instead of burning a flag, it's like burning a cross, or it's burning a tree, or it's burning a tire. Do you think that I think they should be able to do that too? No, I'm only talking about the U.S. flag in terms of free speech.
No, man, they should be able to burn the tire and burn the flag and, burn some weed, man. Like, conservatives are so fucking embarrassing in this day and age. No will to win. Everything's about their entitlement. What do you mean? So I can't burn a flag in public? Like, shut the fuck up. It's my free speech right. Shut the fuck up. That's so pathetic. We're dealing with a cabal of degenerate, mentally ill freaks that want to destroy us, that have done a pretty effective job in damaging this country in innumerable ways. And now we're trying to undo the damage and rebuild something better, but you balk at this. If you're balking at this, you're not equipped for the fight that is to come. I'm just telling you. It's going to take more than this to win. And if you don't have the stomach to win, get the fuck out.
Okay, so you know that I don't think that you should be able to light anything on fire. So why should you be able to uniquely light the American flag on fire in a public space, but you can't light other things on fire? Do you think that, like, there's like a freedom of speech exception that you can't burn anything in public except for the American flag? It's like having an exception to kill people for free speech? Yeah, exactly. It's just okay, this person responded. As far as the Supreme Court rules, I'm not going to go into a Denny's and light a flag on fire. Obviously, you'd want it in a safe spot. I can't do this. I'm sorry, I can't do this.
Asman, you did the right thing, but understand that his argument is not, it's 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 it's not isolated. A lot of conservatives are making this argument, and I agree with you that it's fucking retarded. It's retarded on a level that it's depressing and embarrassing for me to even say that I'm a conservative. The reality is that no, you should not have the right to burn a flag in public. Well, the American flag. If you want to burn the pride flag, if you want to burn the BLM flag, go right ahead. But you can't burn the American flag. And if you do, you're going to jail for a year, and I support that 100%. In fact, I think Trump should have gone harder. I think he should have made it 5 years.
Like, I can't do that. That to me, that's crazy. Yeah, I just can't do it.
Good people. They're great leaders. And we've never had a case where 7 plus really 28, essentially 38 countries were represented here the other day.
Yeah.
38 European countries were represented. European and other countries were represented. And it was a great meeting. But your country is respected again. I say it all the time. 1 year ago, our country was dead. Everybody said it. We had a dead country. We were not going to survive. Now we have the hottest country anywhere in the world. So it's an honor to be involved. And this
There it
group
is.
has a lot to do with it right behind me.
Oh, got him.
Does anybody behind me have any?
Yeah, there it is, right? And it's called people retarded. Yeah, I know. Chatter was right. You misunderstood him. No, I didn't misunderstand him at all. Yeah, that's not. I didn't misunderstand him. I'm gonna pull this up. Supreme Court said so. So can you go into a Denny's, like he said, and light an American flag on fire? Like, I mean, this is categorical arson. Like, how there's no logic to this at all.
Right. Asmongold and I are the only people in the content creator space that's talking about this in the most logical and reasonable way. We're the only ones. Every other content creator is saying, no, but what about my right to burn a flag in public? You don't have a right to burn a flag in public. You don't, well, I mean, if you want to burn a piece of property, like a piece of paper in public, well, I mean, at the very least, you're going to be charged with littering. Like if you burn a piece of paper, they're going to charge you with littering. But more than that, there are plenty of other things they can charge you with as well. You don't get to go out in public and just start burning things. And he's right. Why should there be an exception for the American flag? This is one of the most brain dead and baffling, retarded ideas that is born from nowhere. It doesn't make sense. It's illogical in the extreme. And the fact that a Bernie supporter like Asmongold and a Trump supporter like me, the fact that we're locking arms and we're agreeing like it's Arnold Schwarzenegger and Apollo Creed, that's crazy. It is genuinely crazy that we have a group of people, mostly conservative at this point, that are so Dunning-Kruger, that are so Helen Keller that they can't see or understand this issue in any degree. And anytime they hear something that somebody says about this, they go back into that childish mindset of, but my freedoms. If you're balking at this, again, I say this, if you're balking at this, you are not prepared for what needs to be done in order to defeat these people on the left. And you're always going to continue to lose and lose and lose and lose and lose.
I don't see how anybody can think like this even for a second. Danny's private property chapter wasn't saying it's right. It's just saying Supreme Court ruled on it. Maybe it's time to revisit it. That's not what it says. Like, just because you can burn a flag whenever in your own property, like, you can't burn somebody else's flag and you can't start a fire in the middle of public. Like, this is a base rule. Like it's not like there's some kind of a fucking exception. Like if you get 50 American flags together, you set all of them on fire in a public space, you made a fucking bonfire and they're going to arrest you. Fucking obviously. It's not about, like, you can't say, oh, it's freedom of speech. No, it's not. You're lighting a massive fucking fire. It has nothing to do with the fact that it's the flag. It has everything to do with the fact that it's in a public space and you're starting a fucking fire. Like, I don't understand how anybody can think this isn't normal. Like,
because we have on the right an entitlement problem. These people are entitled. They think that they are entitled to burn a flag in public because my free speech, my rights, yeah. These people want to talk about their rights, but they don't want to talk about their duties. They don't want to talk about their responsibilities. They don't want to talk about what is to go along with those rights. And they think that, well, I should just be able to burn a flag in public. No, you absolutely shouldn't. If you burn a flag in public, you should be charged with arson, with, public disorder, and on top of that, you should add a year. You should add a year on top of that for burning the American flag.
this is crazy. We have a tremendous problem right now with people that are liars. People that are liars that will manipulate a conversation, mislead you, and then basically lie directly to you and engage in this blatantly dishonest behavior for no reason. For no reason. And again, the goalpost moving, yeah, it's such a simple, obvious. Even offensive speech for everyone in protest is protected unless it clears imminent. Unless it incites imminent violence or creates a clear danger to public safety. When is starting a fire in a public space not a danger to public safety? Like, I mean, I guess maybe starting a barbecue at a barbecue pit in like a public park, maybe that's not it. Like, what are we doing? I don't know what the fuck is wrong with some people. Like, people are just so dishonest and so delusional. It is unreal. Chatter's being intentionally obtuse, of course. W ban, absolutely. Why ban them? Because I think that we have a huge problem right now with people that are intentionally dishonest. They will peddle lies. They will misunderstand things on purpose, and then they will act like they're right.
I think that Asmongold is wrong here. And I'll explain why I think Asmongold is wrong here. I don't think that these people are being dishonest. I don't think that they're lying. What I think is happening is I think a lot of them are listening to content creators that they may trust in other circumstances. They look at like Phil Labonte, who's on Timcast. And Timcast came out, Timcast didn't come out, but Phil Labonte came out and said, this is a major L. What about my freedom of speech? A lot of conservative content creators, ones that these people may trust, have come out to say that we support the ability to burn the flag in public. So I don't think necessarily, I mean, it could be a combination of things. It could be malicious bad actors, but it's also a sentiment that has been popularized in the conservative movement that I have the right to go out and burn this. And people have seen, oh, okay, that's the acceptable opinion. And now they're coming in to try to share that with you because, no. This other content creator said that that's okay. And in fact, Asmon, a lot of other content creators have said that that's okay. You would be shocked at the number of people online that have, I mean, you look at it, the Quartering made a statement today. I mean, the Quartering is relatively small and irrelevant at this point, but he made a statement on it. You had Phil Labonte, who, works as a co-host on Timcast. You had so many people on the right coming out and condemning this, and libertarians, and you had a lot of people who normally these individuals probably look to, and they're giving this opinion, and then they're like, well, but no, I already was told like what to think on this. And to them it makes sense. It's maximum rights. Oh, I have the right to burn a flag in public. But Asmongold is correct and what he's saying. But I think because he's frustrated at how retarded these people are, he's thinking that these are bad actors acting in bad faith, that these are liars. I don't think that's the case. I don't think that they're being liars. I think that they're just being lied to. And it may not even be a malicious thing. Like somebody like Phil Labonte is a notorious, he's an infamous libertarian. And libertarians are incredibly retarded on these sort of issues. So I think it's a compound issue. I don't think that it's just simply people being dishonest. I think that people are trying to grapple with this and they don't know what the right opinion to have is. And thankfully, Asmongold and myself are the only people on the fucking internet that seem to have any sense on this. And we can come out and say that, no, you shouldn't be able to burn the fucking flag in public. You shouldn't be able to burn anything in public. You shouldn't be able to burn anything in public. The only time that I would be okay with you burning something in public is if it was in a trash can and you were doing it to keep warm because it was fucking freezing. If you want to burn that, fine. If you want to, for protection and shit like that. But you're not going to burn a flag in public to make a political statement against the United States. If you do that, you're going to jail, and I support that 100%.
It's fucking annoying. It's extremely fucking annoying dealing with people that are just fucking liars. They are dishonest, illogical, bad faith liars. It's unbelievable. Yeah, that's why I don't want to deal with that at all. Should it not be allowed to burn holy books in public spaces either? No, because you're starting a fucking fire in a public space. That's the problem. Like you don't even as I said, if I ever get into a position of power of anything, I'm going to take away as many people's right to vote as possible. I will do it. This is, in my opinion, the biggest threat to democracy is democracy. I have to get rid of them. I have to stop it. If it's the last thing I do, that's the biggest issue. We got.
Asman, if I ever make it to the presidency, on day one, we're repealing the 19th. We're making being a Karen illegal. And yeah, I agree. We're going to be making changes to voting laws. 1 vote per household. 1 vote per household. The man of the house gets to make the decision.
Got to get rid of these people. So is Trump planning to go to China?
On the National Guard, you and presently actually are planning to go to China.
Anyway, that's a conversation for another time. I think that Asmongold had a great take here. It appears that Asmongold and I are the only people that are correct on this issue. Everyone else has shit the bed and started talking about, well, I have a right to start a fire in public. No, you don't. If you start a fire in public, you should go to jail. Simple as that. And the thing is, I'm embarrassed by conservatives continuously. They manage to steal defeat from the jaws of victory every single time. And it's clear that they don't have the stomach to win. They just don't. They want to complain about the left and pretend that they recognize how bad they are. But then when it comes time to actually do something about it, to clean things up, to fix things, they balk. They go, oh, well, I don't like this. Shut the fuck up. Seriously. Shut the fuck up. Anyway, brothers, have a great day. I'll see you next time.